Hello everybody, today I'm going to do another vlog. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, however a lot has changed since the last one that I've done. The biggest thing being I have finally gotten a job, and I'm very happy with it. I've been enjoying it a lot, but the days are quite long. So when I get home from work I don't really have time to upload a video or anything, so I'm real sorry that there was a week there of nothing. I just didn't have time to do anything about it at that point. So what I'm probably going to do is schedule some videos to go live during the week, and then it'll work out fine, I hope. Anyway, in this vlog, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some new ReStores that I recently went to, and some thrift stores, Goodwills, things like that. I didn't take videos at some of them because it was just so loud and noisy. I just took some pictures of some interesting things. So it's kind of a mix. And then we'll take a look at some of the things that I picked up at some of these new places. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. This is a ReStore that I hadn't been to before, obviously, or else I would have shown it in one of the other videos. But it's in a much nicer neighborhood than some of the other ones. Not that the other ones are in bad neighborhoods, but this one's a little more higher end. So the products that I found here are also a little more higher end. Now this particular box here had some IKEA CFLs in it. As you could see, there's a Cree LED bulb and some other random things like that bug catcher bulb there and stuff like that. This box next to it has some floodlight bulbs, standard incandescents, things of that nature. And as I move them around here, you can see some other CFLs there in the back as well. Now within these boxes, I decided to pick out some of the IKEA CFLs, and you'll see those here after this particular clip. We'll take a look at them. That's a nice Durotest bulb. It would be cool if it was a colored globe or something like that, but unfortunately it wasn't. Some type of basic LED bulb there, some more floodlight bulbs for can lights. Here's some high-pressure sodium bulbs, and more incandescents. I do like the high-intensity discharge bulbs, but sometimes they want a couple dollars more than I'm willing to pay, which is, well, they sell them for like $4, but I already have a whole bunch of them anyway, so it's not really worth it to me. Now those fixtures on the shelf back there that I took a look at, there's a whole bunch of them, those are all 13-watt PL fixtures. They take two 13-watt preheat bulbs, and they're really cool. I didn't decide to pick one up, however they were just $5. Before we take a look at what I got at the ReStore, let's go ahead and stop at this Goodwill here. Here's a three-way mogul base lamp that was on. I turned that off because those bulbs are kind of a hard thing to find nowadays. You can get them at the regular store, but that older one you can't. Here's a nice T-shaped bulb. It's 55 watts, so it's one of the energy-saving ones. You don't see that too often. I do like those clip lamps. I would have picked it up, but I didn't really need it. They are quite nice. There's another one in the back. A whole bunch of 40-watt bulbs there. I think they're just the regular incandescent ones, unless they're CFLs. Nope, they're CFLs. And here's some track lighting and things like that. Now this fixture that's in my hand, and I'm putting down, is a blacklight fixture, and they had about 4 of them there. And they're all manual preheat, which is pretty nice. I can't remember how much they wanted for them, but I didn't decide to pick one up. And there's a nice old Lights of America CFL, and it's just a bunch of lamps, basically. Okay, so I know the clips of the ReStore and the Goodwill were pretty short, but they didn't really have much at either location. They had some pretty good quality things that I sorted through in the boxes at the ReStore, and some of them are in this bag here. And then at the Goodwill, I didn't get a chance to take a video of the electronics section because there were just so many people there. It was incredibly difficult to do so. So anyway, we just got the lighting section at the Goodwill. But here's the bag of all the stuff that I got. The bag is from the ReStore, but I threw the Goodwill stuff in there as well. To start off with, we have an Airport Extreme here. It's in a little rough shape, but it looks like it'll clean up pretty easily. This is the 5th generation one from 2011, and I'm pretty happy to find this because I've been wanting a Airport Extreme to go with my Airport Express that I have here, and also to upgrade the TP-Link router that I've had for many, many, many years. So this will be nice because it has dual band 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz networks. So that's great. And let's see here. Here's a bulb. So these are IKEA Mega Man bulbs, as you can see. And it has the small base on it. And another one. I love these Mega Man bulbs. They seem to have finding them more and more recently. Oh, here's something interesting. So this is a N-Vision cold cathode fluorescent bulb, and I've never had one of these. It looks like this one has been opened at some point, and but it doesn't look like it was actually used. Maybe whoever bought it wasn't too happy with it. But all the light bulbs came from the ReStore, and the electronic stuff came from the Goodwill. Oh, this is cool. They had a box of these, maybe about 15 of them. These are obviously not for the US market, and I knew that instantly when I saw the design of the package. I was like, awesome. That's pretty cool to find over here in America. So obviously it is for the European market. The box is really flimsy, but there's the base. It's 25 watt, 230 volt GE. Very cool to have a bulb from over there. That is my second one from overseas. My other one is a Tungsram 60 watt with the bayonet cap on it. That's back home though. Oh, here is a 85 watt for the 15 and 17 inch MacBook Pros, the ones that had the first generation MagSafe. Now they also had a 60 watt MagSafe 2 adapter there as well for $5, but I didn't pick it up because it was missing the lead-in cord, and I don't have a way of testing it because I do not have a computer that is that new. But there's that sticker, and it looks like they just put it out today. So I'll set that here with the rest of this stuff. Let's see, everything's falling to the bottom. Here is the adapter that goes with the Airport Express, and here is another IKEA CFL. Oh, never mind. There's another one. And this one is pretty cool as well. I've seen these in lamps that have been used at Goodwills and things like that, but this is really cool to find one like this. So I wonder, these must have came out before, and then this came out after. They're both made by Mega Man and are obviously very good quality, but two different designs. This one's 7 watts. Looks like it equals a 35 watt, about, they say. This one's 10. Maybe a 40 watt equivalent, because a 60 watt bulb is 800 lumens, and this one is only 500. This one doesn't really say a lumen output on it either. Interesting. So, that is what I picked up today at that new ReStore that I hadn't been to yet, and the Goodwill. Now, a little finding from the other time that I went to a Goodwill that I found some things at before. Here is another 85 watt power adapter that I picked up. This one was $12 instead of $8, but I do have uses for these, so I was really happy to find that. And I think I picked up one other thing. Oh yeah, it was a Wii sensor bar because I wanted to make it battery operated, which you can do because I have a projector and I can use it with that. Anyway, this is what I picked up a couple days ago at a different Goodwill. One that I've been to before, that I've shown all of you, but nothing was really different, but I did pick this up. Here is one of 3 new ReStores that I haven't been to before. And this one is full of regular light fixtures that you would find within the home. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these fluorescent tubes here at the end. A big variety. It looks like these came from when Lowe's was getting rid of all of their Sylvania products. And some used F32T8 bulbs. And here's some 2-foot 20 watt bulbs. The etch must be on the other end. But according to the box, that's what's in there. Of course, they're Altos. What a surprise. And nothing in that one. That would have been a nice box just to store some bulbs in, actually. F25 T8 bulbs. I think those are like a conversion bulb for the 32-watt versions, unless those are shorter. I'm not too sure. Anyway, you can see some wall pack fixtures down below if I can speak today. This particular one is 400 watt high pressure sodium. However, they wanted $40 for it, which is $40 too much. But it is a interesting fixture. I'm not too sure who made it. Oh, Cooper Lighting. It says it right there on the sticker. Yes, of course, if I would read, I would know. But it's one of those where the ballast is in the back, and then you have the refractor on the front instead of the ballast up above and the refractor below. An interesting design. I always kind of liked that design, but not for $40. And we have some smaller ones over here. These are also made by Cooper Lighting, or Regent, same thing. 70 watt, high pressure sodium. They had a whole bunch of them there. And then there's a different brand right down here. If I move over, well, there's another one. And here's some Designer's Edge fixtures. They're also 70 watt, high pressure sodium. So they must have all came from some type of apartment complex or something like that. And we'll move around to the other side and see if there's anything different. Here's some RAB full cutoff retrofit kits. So you'd need the fixture to put these onto. Obviously, it's not the whole fixture, it's just a kit. So if you have that exact fixture, you're good to go. But if you don't, that's the end of that. And we'll work our way down. There's some halogen floods and track lighting, different things like that. Very nice though. Still at the same ReStore, just in a different section, we have the light bulbs. Now there was a smaller light bulb section as well that was right next to this, but I didn't get a video of it. I thought I did, but I didn't. And there's a variety of different things here. It's all kind of just strewn about. No real, order to any of it. That's a light for a vehicle, obviously. And a whole bunch of just incandescent bulbs shoved in those tubs, which is kind of sad, because if you want a certain one, you have to dig through the whole thing, and then half of them would probably fall on the floor, and then you'd be very embarrassed. And here is a cool, older, it's either Westinghouse or Philips Westinghouse high-pressure sodium bulb. I'm guessing it's 70 or 100 watt. I wasn't able to get an etch off of it. I looked at it very closely, and I couldn't read anything on it. I would have picked it up because those are really cool, but I didn't pick that one up because I already have 3 of them in my collection, I believe. I know I have 2, but I have no use for it where I am right now. So, oh well, but really interesting to find. And let's go ahead and see what's back here. At ReStore number 2, we have a bunch of the same stuff. Really, it's just, indoor light fixtures and things like that. Here are some extension cords and alike. And down below, once I turn around, there's some more interesting fixtures. There is it's probably metal halide or fluorescent. I couldn't really tell, but the socket, it's a socket in there. I can tell you that one, but I didn't open it up. It was screwed shut. Here are some different bulbs and one of these adapters, which I actually have a video of on my channel. Now this is a rare bulb. It's a 16 watt PL bulb, and I have one fixture that uses that, and I was going to pick it up. However, it was actually used, so it wasn't worth the $2 when it's already been used pretty heavily. Here's one of those germicidal bulbs, and it must be used with some type of an air cleaning product. But there was 2 of them there. Again, no use for it, but it's interesting to find. And we'll move our way around. And here are some PL adapters. Really cool. Of course, I couldn't resist these, so I did pick them up. They were $5, but it was 75% off for the green tags, so I got them for pretty cheap. Really cool. I've never seen this particular design before, and it's not on the box itself either. But pretty interesting things. And there's some other bulbs and shades as well. Here are some of the incandescent bulbs. They have them in this tray, and some fluorescents here as that tag just falls off and sticks to my hand, so I just put it back on there afterwards, but that was kind of weird. Yep, just a bunch of random incandescents. That's about it. At least they're organized better than the previous ReStore. The fluorescents here are interesting. I did want to take a little more information from them, so I decided to pull them out and see what the etch says at the end. These are service. It looks like they're full spectrum F30 T12 bulbs. Pretty nice, but again, no use for them, so there they sit. This is an interesting little device. I can't tell if it's homemade or an actual product, but it's a timer, pretty much. If you turn it all the way, according to that, it's 15 minutes. But really interesting, and there I turned it up, and it does work. At least it sounds like it works. I didn't really test it any further than that. This is the only Goodwill I stopped at because there wasn't much here and I was more interested in the ReStores anyway. But it was interesting to at least see what they may have. However, there wasn't anything worth a big note. Just the same old electronics. At ReStore number 3, we have, well, more glassware for light fixtures and things like that. Of course, many light fixtures to go along with that glassware because you must have glassware and light fixtures at ReStores. And all of these seem to have a lot of the same things. They're all in a same area, so I'm sure they share items. If they get too many of one thing in, they send it to some other locations. But they did have some interesting things here to note. Here is a 70 watt metal halide GE floodlight. Interesting, I didn't know they made tiny floodlights like that. I thought it would be made by some weird company, but it's made by GE. And here's one brand new in box. Pretty interesting. I wonder if the ballast is made by Advance or some other company or GE. I'm not too sure. I guess I'd have to open one up to find out. On the end we have some other light fixtures. I'm sure that's fluorescent of some type. It seemed like it would probably be. And some other Utilitech fixtures, I think that's what those are called. I have one of those in my collection. I think I did a video of one. If not, it's coming soon. And some halogen and incandescent flood bulbs. Random bits and pieces in a container. I thought those were fluorescent bulbs for a minute, but they weren't. I thought they were. And there's a nice old three-way. I didn't pick it up though. Don't really have a use for it, unfortunately. Whole bunch of heads for track lighting though. So first, a while back at the second used building material place that I've done videos of before, I didn't take a video there this last time because nothing was really different. I picked up this snap-on bulb cover, and this just, well, pops onto the top of a regular A19 incandescent bulb, and it does work. I have tried it on one of the bulbs at the store, but I didn't pick up one of the incandescent bulbs because I thought, well, I'm a lighting guy. I should have at least one A19 bulb here, and I don't, believe it or not. So I'll have to get some type of A19 bulb to show with this thing in a video. It was 75 cents. Pretty interesting thing. Obviously it just makes it a silver bowl bulb, but it's reusable. And of course now it can be used with the filament LED bulbs that are the same shape. So definitely a nice little pickup. So this is that plug pull chain socket that you've seen at that second used building material place the first time I went there. I decided to pick it up and it works really well. It doesn't have the screw base on it, obviously. This one takes a cord in the top, and we do have the outlets on either side. They're not polarized. And I have it hanging up here in the pantry because there's not a light in here. It does have the little bell thing at the end to help you turn it on. And there we go, all of our bags that have been collecting from grocery shopping over a long period of time. But anyway, this thing works great. And it works really well in here because it's very easy to pull the string. There's not a lot of force needed to pull it down, unlike some pull chain sockets. So yeah, it works well in here. So here's the first bag. We obviously saw these in the ReStore there. They're the Pro Light peel adapters. I already put one into use. And the design of this particular one is not on the box. I have this one here, that's back home, and then I have some of these, but they have the Westinghouse name on them, obviously the same design. I don't have either of those, and I have some of those back home as well. Now this particular design, as you may have seen, is not on the box. I'm not too sure what it was made for. It doesn't have any clips for an attachment to go on it, whether it be a globe or a floodlight. So it's definitely made for just putting the bulb in and using it that way. It's incredibly heavy. I actually think it's heavier than this version right here. So maybe it has a different type of ballast inside. There's the model, which is not on the box. I do have a different ProLite adapter box back home, and it might be on that one. It might be listed on that one, but it's not listed on here. So, but yeah, very nice. Like I said, I put one of them into use. So yeah, a whole bunch of these. I think I got 11 of them. They were $5 a piece. However, they had a sale on the green tags for 75% off. So I got these for $1.25 a piece, I believe. Not bad at all. You can see they originally were $12 at a True Value somewhere. Just a neat piece of history. I love these things, and I still use them all over the place. So this is from the first ReStore, and we'll start with this. I didn't really show this in the video. It was sitting with the light bulbs, as you may have seen, but it actually wasn't there to begin with. I set it there just so I could do a video of the light bulbs. But this was over by a whole bunch of electrical equipment parts, different pieces, things like that. And I thought it was interesting because, well, it's a ballast in a can, just like the remote ballasts used with street lights back in the day. So I thought, hey, this is really cool. And for $1, might as well pick it up and see what's inside. On the front here, we have a label. The only information that I can get out of it is it says it's 32 watts, 4-pin only, so some type of a fluorescent bulb. I got even more curious when I got home, and I decided to take these screws off of the bottom and the screws on the side to see what's inside. And what's inside was a Fulham Workhorse 2 ballast, one of the long and skinny ones. I have a picture of it, and I'm probably showing it right now, but really cool. That's a very nice find, especially for $1, because those ballasts can run a variety of different bulbs up to 35 watts, I believe. So yeah, a really cool find right here. I'll probably make some type of a light fixture out of that. Here are two Sylvania 70 watt Powerball double-ended bulbs. Now these are probably used in some retail establishment for lighting up, you know, displays and things like that. I've seen them like that in Kohl's, for example. But these are the Powerball, as you can tell. And I don't have a way to turn them on here. But for $2, again, they were on sale for 75% off, so not bad. I decided to pick them up because they're kind of hard to find. At least I find them hard to find. But they are, I can run them. I do have a ballast back home. And there's the bulb. Very cool. And there's one other thing. After picking up those PL adapters, I had to get some bulbs because I don't have any 13-watt PL bulbs here, and I knew just the place. It was one of the ReStores that I didn't take a video of, but I've been to many times before here, where I got some other PL bulbs, which I don't know if I did a video of those either, so we might have that in this video as well. But these are 13-watt Philips. As you can tell, they are Alto, so nothing real special there, but for 75 cents a piece, not bad to put with those PL adapters. These are all 1400K, which I wish they weren't. I wish they were the warm white, but there are two 2700K ones here as well. This one's upside down because I have that one in use. But yeah, so for $5 per box of these, that's not bad at all. They have some more. I might pick them up, I'm not too sure, because I have more PL adapters back home that definitely need lamps for the future. Here's another thing I picked up a while back that I don't think I did a video of. These are 9-watt quad tube PL bulbs, and they fit into these adapters right here, which I brought a whole bunch of when we moved here to use in various fixtures, although I brought a whole bunch of 5-watt bulbs to use with them. So when I saw these, again for 50 cents a piece, same place I got these, and they have more of all this stuff. I might pick up more, because for 50 cents a piece, that's not bad. And I can definitely use them in all of my PL adapters. So this is one of the bulbs that are in these boxes here. Just some generic Fiat Electric 1400K bulbs. It does say soft white, but it's 1400K. So wouldn't that be cool white? I don't know, they got some packaging wrong here. Now the interesting thing with these bulbs is they have a package there that is soft white. At least that's what it says on it. And it's 2700K. But when I opened it up and took a look at the bulb itself, I'm going to take this one out just so we have an example to look at. It's incredibly hard to do with just one hand, but there we go. So when I opened it up, I looked at the base. It had the regular notch, one notch on each side, but the pins weren't in the center. They were slightly higher and lower. Of course, you could rotate it this way and it'd be higher and lower again. And I'm like, I've never seen anything like that. Maybe it was a manufacturer defect or something. I tried looking online for them, and I think I might have found something, but maybe not. I don't remember, but I took it back, and they let me pick out another box of them that did have the right base. However, they're obviously not soft white colored. They're 1400K. But still, I mean, it lights up and produces light, and that's what really matters. So yeah, I don't know. They had one box like that, and obviously they wouldn't fit in here because the pins have to be right across from each other. Now the other interesting thing is that only one box of these work. The other box does absolutely nothing. So there's that box. Let's see what one it is. Okay, this one, those are like that because some of them are in use. I flip them upside down. These do not work. And there's a reason that they don't work. Let's pull one out here. So I decided to take out a different one because that one I couldn't open up to demonstrate to you why these don't work. So here, do you notice anything missing inside? Yeah, it's missing the capacitor or condenser or whatever you want to call it that goes along with the glow bottle starter. They're just missing, all of them. They're all missing that particular component, thus not allowing it to start. And I tested it with a standard starter from this light right here, and it works just fine. The tube is absolutely fine. It's missing that component, so they don't work. So that's probably why they ended up at the ReStore, and they're all torn open because whoever was trying them figured out they all don't work and got angry with it and decided to just get rid of it. Anyway, my idea is the bulbs are still good here. So if I ever come across a whole bunch of starters or have these kind of bulbs that go dead, I'll take out the starter and put it in one of these. Now, if anybody knows what value of capacitor I could put with this, that would be greatly appreciated because I could just go to some electronics store or online and get a capacitor to put with this starter or condenser or whatever, and it would work again and all the bulbs would be just fine. So I've never seen that before, and they're not glued into place either like these, so it was just something they forgot in manufacturing. I really do hope you enjoyed this vlog today. As always, I enjoy making these for you. And yeah, I just hope you enjoyed, and also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.